Hi, and welcome to my shop. It's 1 a.m. here in Georgia on a Friday night, and actually I guess it's Saturday already, but I'm going to be waking up bright and early in the morning and heading out to a fall festival where I'm going to be having a woodworking booth and try to sell some of these projects that I've been working on for the past 2 or 3 weeks. So I thought I would take you guys on the ride and show you what I've done to prepare for the festival. And then I thought I would shoot some video at the festival so you can see what it's like and what my booth looks like. And then afterwards I thought I would do a recap and talk about my experience. And maybe we could learn about this together, so stick around. Let's take a look at the projects I've built to sell at the festival. My father-in-law gave me 5 old cedar fence boards, and I took those 5 cedar boards and turned them into 6 little birdhouses. I ran the boards through my surface planer to clean off some of the weathering, but also left some of that silver color behind, so it looks kind of cool. It's got these neat stripes. So I'm thinking I might be able to sell these for about 20 or 25 bucks a piece. So I'm going to see how those go. And also the festival's being held at the local high school, so I made some of the wooden license plates you may have seen in one of my previous videos. And I put the school logo on it, so I thought somebody might like to buy those. Recently I started turning pens on the lathe, so I've got a display case set up with some of the pens I've turned, and I've also got a little spot here for business cards. Speaking of business cards, I thought it might be a good idea to have something to hand out to people with my website and contact information on it. So I started looking online and I ran across Vistaprint. And they have a deal where you can get 250 business cards for free. You just got to pay shipping, which was only like 6 or 7 bucks. But they have a nice set of templates that you can choose from. And it's real easy. You just plug in your information and you'll get them in just a few days. So kudos to Vistaprint. I also made some of these tea light candle holders that were featured in one of my previous videos. And they're a real simple, quick and easy project to make. And I thought I might try to sell each of these for about 6 or 8 bucks or something in that range. Last Christmas I made some bandsaw boxes for my wife and kids, and these are actually the drawer cutouts from those bandsaw boxes. And what I did was just shape them and cut out a notch and turn these into phone stands. And I thought these might sell pretty well, and these are going to be kind of a low dollar item. I'm going to sell for around 5 bucks. But it's a great use of scrap, and you could make a few bucks off of them. I made some more of these bandsaw bowl basket things that I made in a recent video. This is a smaller version, but I was going to make a few more of these, but I just didn't get around to it. I wanted to make some nice bandsaw boxes to try to sell. So I spent my time on that, because those might sell for a little more money. But I do have 2 of these, and I'll see how these do. My highest price items are going to be these bandsaw boxes. I made 4 different styles and 2 of each. But to make 8 bandsaw boxes at one time is really a lot of work. So I'm hoping these will bring in about $30 to $40 a piece. But we'll see. But it does require a lot of cutting, gluing up, and sanding. But this model is a 2-drawer model that I've got. Another 2-drawer model here with kind of a wavy top on it. This one is an oval shape with just 1 big drawer. And then these are kind of fashioned after the bandsaw box that I made for my daughter. It's just got 1 big drawer as well. So I'm going to see how these do. These little items here are just blocks of scrap plywood and pine that I cut a groove in and sprayed with clear lacquer, and I'm going to sell those as inexpensive business card holders. Also, I thought I would sell one with each license plate in case someone just wants to display the license plate on their desk instead of putting it on their car. In addition to selling some of my woodworking projects in the booth, I also wanted to have something that would draw attention, and I wanted to promote my YouTube channel as well. So I came up with this Trifold display using some leftover pegboard, and I hung my sign on it, and I also took the DVD player out of my wife's van. This is what we usually use for the kids when we go on vacations. And I hung a screen on each side, and I created a DVD that's got some of my woodworking videos on it, and I'm going to make them loop over and over and over. And I can even turn up the volume, and maybe somebody will buy something in order for me to turn it down or turn it off. Alright, now it's time to box all this stuff up and load it into the van with some tables and a couple stools that I'm going to take to set up my booth. Alright guys, I got the booth set up, and my neighbor Rob has volunteered to include some of his stuff as well. So here's the birdhouses and all the stuff that I made in the past 2 or 3 weeks in my video display. And here's my neighbor's stuff. He's got a lot of cool scroll saw pictures and different crafts and things. There's Evelyn. Wine bottle stoppers, pens, different pictures, and say hello to my wife Elizabeth. Hey everybody, I'm back from the fall festival, and I had a great time. Even though I didn't sell as much as I'd hoped, I think between my neighbor Rob and me, we sold 5 items, and we were there Saturday from 10 to 6. But considering it was rainy weather and it was the first year for this festival, I think they had a decent crowd and a good steady stream of people coming in and out throughout the day. But they were mainly there to walk around and browse and have a good time. And that's alright. And most importantly, by having a booth at the Fall Festival, I was able to support the school's music program, which is pretty important to me. So I think we need more of that in the schools. And actually, it'd be cool if they had a wood shop program. So, hey, give me a call if you're watching. Since I had a good time, and I do plan on doing a booth again in the future, I made a list of things that I want to make sure I remember, and I thought I'd share them with you. They'd make great tips for anybody that might want to try a craft fair or something. First of all, plan ahead if you need electricity. I let them know a week in advance, so they assigned me a booth that was near an electrical outlet, so that worked out great. Make sure you have something in your booth that will draw people's attention. I think half the battle is getting somebody to stop at your booth. So I had my video display going, which worked really well. People were stopping and watching. And also I displayed my wooden sub sandwich that you might have seen in my previous video. And that drew a lot of people over asking questions about that. So that worked well. And while they're there, make sure you have a business card or flyer that you can hand out with your contact info on it. One thing I was able to do is promote my YouTube channel, so hopefully some of those people are at home tonight watching my woodworking videos. And a couple people said they might want to commission me to do some holiday gift projects for them, so that would be a great opportunity. One thing that might work well is to set up a scroll saw or benchtop bandsaw or lathe and actually make some projects as people are walking by. I think that would be fun. Make sure the tables and chairs that you take are portable and that you can carry them yourself, because you might have to park pretty far away from your booth and carry all your items to your booth. So just make sure it's something you can carry, like those plastic tables that fold in half that have a handle. That seemed to be the norm, and that was what a lot of the other booths had. But I need to thank my neighbor Rob for letting me borrow his tables for this festival, because without his tables all my stuff would have been sitting on the floor. So thanks, Rob. And the last thing is people showed interest in buying things that had college logo items on them, or animal shaped toys and religious things like crosses. I think wooden toys like airplanes, boats, and trains, and cars, and that sort of thing would be great. So to recap, I had a great time. I'll probably do another one in the future. And the good thing is I already have some inventory built up, and I plan to make some more stuff. And actually, I might put some of this stuff on my Etsy store. I haven't posted anything there in a long time. So I might put some of this on there so you guys can shop and look through what I've got. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.